"Oh, you're with the Justin Havre team? How is it?"
Our teacher, he said, look around this room, and he said, in 2 years' time, there's only going to be 2 of you left in the business. And I'm just like, what am I signing up for, right?
It's really difficult to find a mentor that can really excel your business and what you're hoping to accomplish in life. People are asking me, hey, take leads, take leads, take leads. I'm saying, I'm busy.
Being on this team, like 1 year on this team is like the equivalent of being a solo agent for 7 years. I'm not here to cherry pick any leads. Every single opportunity that is generated by the team goes to you guys. We operate from a place of abundance. All right, I'm here with one of our top agents on our team who decided to get into real estate not that long ago, and I'm here with Evan. And Evan, share a little bit about your journey. Obviously, this isn't your first time in real estate, and you've had a pretty interesting path to becoming a realtor.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been almost about 7 years now helping families in real estate. I started off my career in new sales and new construction with a builder. That's where I really wanted to start off. Even prior to that, even when I was 19, I wanted to get into real estate, and I felt like I was a little unrelatable, didn't have a house, never purchased a house, felt like I was young as well. So could I really advise somebody in one of their biggest investments? So I decided to sell cars to get into sales, build up my experience, how to help in challenging times as well. And then from there, I met with one of your agents.
Yeah,
sold
them a car, right?
Yeah, sold them a car, exactly. And we naturally came up in conversation about real estate, and he felt it was a good transition for me where I was at in my life to get into real estate. And from there, I started off with the new construction, like I just mentioned, and that really helped build all of the tools, how options, upgrades, and how to really help a family in terms of the right requirements and needs of what they were looking for. And then from the builder, I just felt that I've been dealing with a lot of agents on your team. They were well trained. They, of course, were handling their clients professionally as well. Where we often see in the business, not everyone is being handled correctly or professional with the right requirements of what families are hoping to accomplish or whatever goals that they're looking to accomplish. So after seeing your team and all the agents, how they're well prepared, I decided it was time to join your team.
And I guess being, sitting in a show home, you obviously get to see a lot of people that would come in and looking for their ideal home. You got a lot of experience, problem solving for them, designing the ideal layout and programming of a house for, each individual family as well. What's the difference between sitting in a show home and selling houses versus being a real estate agent? You're now in your second year as a real estate agent, and what's the difference there?
Yeah, the biggest difference that I especially found was there was a lot of friends and family who were really looking for my guidance, and I wasn't really able to help them because I was stuck in one location, right? If they didn't want to buy at that location, well, they would have to either find another advisor or go to another sales office. So now as a real estate advisor, I can help family, friends, and of course clients from all around Calgary and surrounding areas. So the fulfillment of helping these families, especially sometimes in challenging times, really was something that I wanted to do and help other families as well.
Yeah, so essentially you went from having one show home to having the entire city as your marketplace.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and all the available product when it comes to that. Tell me a little bit back to like when you were getting your real estate license. Obviously, you had to go through, get your licensing, and what was it, other than you having the experience and interactions with agents on the team, even in your car salesman years to even being in the show home, that drew you to the team to made you then explore and join our team?
So yeah, really when I was getting my license, I already knew that I was going to be joining the team just based off everything that I've heard with agents that have been on the team. They've had great experiences. And just hearing it from them, I would always bring it up when I was at the sales office with new construction. I'd say, oh, you're with the Justin Havre team? How is it, right? What do you learn? What's kind of the process? What's the culture like? And after hearing it from multiple agents, I was like, okay, this is definitely the place of where I want to be. This is where I want to grow. And it's really difficult to find a mentor that can really excel your business and what you're hoping to accomplish in life. So I think that a mentor is a really big thing that I was looking for, and the guidance that I needed to where I can surpass my business from where I was at the sales office or new construction, and to get to a higher level.
So tell us a little more about what your experience has been, because obviously you got your license, you joined a team, and you got really, submerged into our training and into our development. Maybe share with our listeners, what was that experience like for you, and what kind of an impact did that have on your first year in the business? And I know you still continue to pour in and show up and learn even to this day.
Of course, my first couple weeks joining the team, it was really scary, uncertain. I didn't really have the grip on me needing to reach out to clients and finding your own business versus at the sales office, people were walking through the door, and really I had to just find out what they're looking for, their budget, and find that right layout. So coming into the team and going through the Foundations 90 really helped me to build my communication skills as to how I can really help families when I am reaching out or they are reaching out to us, and figuring out who is going to be the right representative to help them out. So having those tools and the different mentors that will walk you through each different type of the process that you're going to experience in real estate was one of the biggest factors on why I was able to get to a point of my goals for the first couple of years.
And, obviously, like when anybody makes a career change, it's a scary moment. I even remember when I went and changed my career. I was in my early 30s when I got into real estate, and, you're kind of going into the unknown. Obviously, there's a big stat out there in the industry that, 87% of agents fail in the first 5 years. When I was sitting back in the day when we were sitting in a classroom to get a real estate license, our teacher, he said, look around this room, and he said, in 2 years' time, there's only going to be two of you left in the business. And I'm just like, what am I signing up for, right? And I was also very lucky to have a mentor, and that mentor is on our team here today. And having that mentorship can make a huge difference, but when you get onto a team, you get to have the opportunity to have many mentors. Mm-hmm. Maybe share a little bit about that, because everybody has a different style and different personality, but yet we all follow a very similar tested and proven system to create a great client experience. So share a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of different mentors that you can learn from. You're right. Everyone has their different way of how they can communicate with their clients or how to advise them correctly, what they do differently, some of the tips and tricks that they utilize to ensuring that the process is smooth as well. So I did work with quite a bit of different mentors when I first started and joined the team, helped me on the selling side. Of course, from new construction, I really specialized in helping on the buying side. From the selling side, of course, that's where I learned a lot from these mentors, even from yourself and everything that you talk about during the meetings, even when we're just sitting down at lunch. And for me to be able to pick your brain and other mentors' brains as well, it's priceless.
It's like when you're new in the business, and obviously you're not new to real estate, but getting into a different aspect of the industry. I mean, if you can learn from somebody else, it's just going to make you take off so much faster. Mm-hmm. I can tell you there's been many failures along my journey, and if I can pass on any of my experience and knowledge to you guys, it's going to just, save you guys from making those mistakes, and at the same time, just shorten the runway for you guys to take off. Now, tell us a little bit about, your first year on the team. What was that like, and what were you able to achieve in such a short time?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I did in my first year was I was more focusing on growth versus what I was actually making. I think it was more important to me that I was growing as a person And as I grow, I'd be able to help and advise other families and support them better. So that was really my main goal, was to go to all of the training, reach out to all the different mentors that I can learn from. And in that first year, like I mentioned, I didn't really focus on what the paycheck aspect was, more on the growth. And as I grew, I started to see that it definitely helped in terms of the financial stability. And to this day, I still feel that having that growth, having the tools, the training is what's really going to grow your business. Without some of those tools, you're going to be stuck in a place of you're not really going to be going anywhere.
Yeah, and I think it's also like going at it from a mindset of, I mean, you have a martial arts background, and I call it, the white belt mentality, right? You're just there to learn as a sponge, and I don't think the learning ever stops. Like in martial arts, you never stop practicing, you never stop learning, and we're in an industry that is constantly changing. Technology is changing at a rapid pace right now. Consumer behavior is changing. The economy is changing. And in my opinion, we have to be like what Bruce Lee says. We have to be like water. We have to constantly adapt. And that means that we have to stay on our toes and constantly sharpen those skills, practicing, honing our skill. I also believe that, in our training room, it's one of the safest places to hone your skill. There's so many agents out there that will watch a YouTube video and drive on to the appointment that they're going to, whether it's a buyer consult or a seller consult, and they're like, I'm going to see if that works, right? When you have a paycheck that's sitting on the table and you're basically gambling, your paycheck, your commissions, the livelihood for your family, and that is a very common thing. You still show up to training. And maybe go a little bit into that, was it uncomfortable at first? Have you seen any of that show up in your personal life as well? Because I believe that, one of the things that we see is when people grow personally, they also grow professionally. When they grow professionally, they also grow personally. But you got to have the right mindset of that. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. And going through some of the training in the Foundations 90, of course, it can be a little scary. You don't know what you're really getting yourself into. But once you get in there, it's a safe space where everyone can collaborate and share their experiences and how everyone can come together so everyone can grow together. That's going to be the biggest thing. Even from my background, from cars, new construction, we always used to role play, right? Having somebody to role play on things that would work, things that maybe doesn't work. And you get to play around with that between yourself, and you're not practicing on a client, or you're not practicing on your paycheck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's. I think that's one of the things that's incredibly important. And, if there's a solo agent out there, like, who do you practice with?
Yeah.
Right? It's incredibly challenging when you can't practice, and essentially what ends up happening is they're practicing on their clients. And then what if you really fumble? You lose out on that opportunity and any kind of repeat and referral business from that as well. So it's a high stake game essentially. But at the end of the day, we get to be trusted advisors for our clients, helping them buy, sell, or not to move, making the right, giving them the right information so that they can make an informed decision on whether or not now is the right time to move. Let's talk a little bit about this. You've been in the game for a bit now, and what are some of the misconceptions about the team that you hear out there? What it's actually like to be on a team?
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions that are out there in joining any team, or even potentially our team as well. A lot of those misconceptions are, that's not really my business, or maybe the amount that we're going to be making on whatever deals that we get. And the biggest thing that I thought, especially when I was first joining, was sure, I have a little bit of friends. I do have a big family here in Calgary as well. And I do have people who past purchased a property from me, but I didn't have my business where I would be able to go solo. So my thoughts were that I do have my friends, my family, my close sphere of influence, but everything else that I don't have, I'm not going to be busy with that. So I wanted to join a team where I can have my cup filled and I can take my business to be as busy as I want. And having your business busier, this is what I found, is you learn quicker, you grow more with the mentors that are around you as well. And it puts you into a place or a space of when you're busy, you feel good. When you're doing deals, you feel good. If you've ever been in a sales role, commission role, and if you've gone month, 2 months, 4 months without doing a deal, you get depressed, right? And when you're busy, that's where you feel like everything you touch turns to gold. And that's what I feel like is when you join our team, because you can stay busy, you can learn faster, and you're doing more deals, and excels you at a much faster rate.
It's I've had agents and experienced agents that even joined the team, and they said like being on this team, like 1 year on this team is like the equivalent of being a solo agent for 7 years on your own, because you could just get exposed to so many different scenarios. You get to learn from everybody in the room. And it's like you come across a scenario like, I heard about that scenario a few months ago. And then you obviously have some recollection of that, or you contact that agent that had a similar scenario, and then you just apply that to your business. And it is interesting because it's like, I'm of the opinion that when, like as a team leader, I'm not here to cherry pick any leads. Every single opportunity that is generated by the team goes to you guys. And maybe share a little bit more. Like, have you ever felt like you didn't have enough business?
No, I've never felt that. I've never had enough business on the team. It's more so making sure that I'm consistent. I'm doing my prospecting and I'm doing what's required in order for me to increase my business. I know there's been at times where people are asking me, hey, take leads, take leads, take leads. I'm saying, I'm busy, right? So it definitely does happen, which is a good feeling, right? That you can be as busy as you want, and you can do what type of business that makes you happy.
100%, right? Like you run your business inside of the team, or as a team, as that vehicle. And it's like, my theory has always been, it's like, what your capacity is, when your plate is full, and you can say, no, I don't want any more leads. But you know that when you start to clear up some space on that plate and you want to fill it again, you can just turn on the tap.
Yep.
This is something that I know that you are actively doing as well. You just turn off all the noise.
Yep.
You say, hey, I need some leads. You just turn it on, and then tell us a little bit more about that, how you go in and out.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I definitely do that as you get busy. You want to make sure that you are spending the right amount of time to help out your clients and advise them correctly. And after that, of course, you need to prospect. You need to gain more business to help more families as well. So what I do, I have it saved in my bookmarks. You just go in, you turn it on, and then you'll start to hear on your phone, ping, 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 ping. All right, I'm ready to go. Let's help out more families. It's easy as that. And you can go and prospect for as long as you want, realistically. I typically do 90 minutes to 180 minutes, depending on the day and how busy I am. And I stay busy.
Yeah, and I also know that when you want to shut off the noise and the pinging, a ping is basically a new lead opportunity for the agents, and they get to claim them whenever they're available if they want the business, and you kind of created a system that works well for you.
Yep.
And that's one of the things too that is obviously like everybody has a different level of business. When you're busy with your sphere of influence, obviously, you're not going to put on any more on your plate, but then when that dries up, then you can backfill that with, team leads, and then it's about the consistency.
Yeah.
One of the things that you touch on there too is that you're constantly doing prospecting and nurturing, building the pipeline. Tell us a little more about that, because obviously that is one of the things that I think many real estate agents out there perhaps either avoid or they just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I found, even working in other industries, is people don't like going on the phones nowadays. Everything is, oh, I'll just text. And that doesn't really build a connection with your client, doesn't really get them to see what you're like as a person. And for you to ask those questions that can really dig deep to solve their problems. I can't do it as much through text, so people don't like calling. Maybe me, I'm just a little old school, and I like going on the phone and finding out exactly what you're looking for instead of, I'll text you in an hour, and then I'll text you again in maybe 4 hours. It doesn't really get to help out what you're trying to solve in a way.
It's really hard to connect over text or email, right? And obviously when you get somebody on the phone and you really get to match tone and mirror them and really build a connection and build rapport, it's so much easier over phone or obviously a face-to-face.
Yeah.
And a lot of times text can be, well, nowadays, who knows if it's even real? It could be AI, right? Same thing, obviously, with video and voice as well. But it's incredibly important to, get really good at converting people on the phone, building relationships. Listening is perhaps the biggest skill that everybody needs to get really good at, and then solve the problem. Provide solutions for their pain points. Let's talk a little bit about lead sources and the leads that you get from the team. What is your opinion of those? And I mean, because there's some misconceptions out there, like, oh, leads are crap. Mm-hmm. Obviously I have a different opinion of that because I've generated a few leads in my lifetime. But as an agent on the team, like, what are the leads like?
Yeah, so there's going to be a wide range of different leads that are going to be coming in, whether it's from different websites, our large list of portfolio of websites, I should say, whether they call in, whether they see you on maybe our team page, which actually just recently happened. So all these different leads are going to be coming in, and I don't think any lead is a bad lead because it's an opportunity for you to actually reach out and see if it's something that they are looking for help. If you're, let's say, as a solo agent, how are you generating those leads, right? How are you having those conversations? And when you don't have those conversations, you don't build your pipeline to have a nice, healthy business. So any lead, wherever they come from, if it's a conversation, I'm happy with that. And whether that conversation leads to them purchasing a house or not, I'm okay with that as well, because maybe they're looking now, but maybe they're looking in 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. I'm going to be in the business in 2, 3, 5, multiple years that eventually I am going to be helping them out later down the road. So it's never something that, I need somebody who needs to buy in the next 30 days or 2 weeks. No, I'm looking for everybody that I can possibly help out. And whatever their timeline is, that's my timeline. So there's never a rush on my end.
Yeah. And it's like you might just be giving somebody advice, or they have a question about real estate and they may not be ready to act in the near future, but they may have friends, family, or coworkers that might be looking for an agent. They'll be like, oh, hey, you know what? I had a great interaction with Evan. You should connect with him. And yeah, you know what? With our marketing machine, there's obviously many different sources of leads that we generate. We generate leads from TV commercials, radio, TV, billboards, and then you look at all of our websites, calgary.com, calgaryhomes.ca, our massive web presence there in Google search and so forth. And you also touch on like somebody to seek you out on our website. Yep. And this is one of the things when you have nearly, we have over 3,000 reviews. And when we have such a big platform of reviews, what actually happens is we have consumers that will read those reviews and they're like, you know what? I really liked how Evan handled that scenario, and that's a similar scenario to mine. Yep. And then that's how they reach out. Yeah. Right? So it's just a combination of so many different spokes in the wheel. Yep. But overall, it obviously provides a lot of opportunities and a lot of leverage for you guys. Maybe give us an example of how the brand itself has helped you gain business.
Yeah, of course, working with a big brand can really help out newer agents, right? Your name is not out there. People don't know maybe exactly how you can help them out. Joining a team and a company that has a huge reputation will help build consumer confidence in that there's going to be the right mentors. If you don't have the right answer, you can reach out to one of the mentors who has those answers, and somebody on the team will definitely have that. So it puts you in a position of that you can speak to a level of authority and also be professional in how you're going to be helping out different families as well. So that really helps. And of course, everybody knows your name, right? Everyone knows the Justin Havre team. So when you are speaking with clients or potential clients, they already know the brand. They already know, like, and trust the company. They just need to know you and how you are as a person. And of course, everyone has different personality types. You're going to click with certain clients versus maybe you won't with another client. And that's okay. But having the team name is definitely going to propel the confidence that a client will have in yourself.
Yeah, and I'm always of the mindset that, my job is to build the most trusted brand in the marketplace that instills trust so that there's minimal sales language required in order for you to earn their business. It's interesting how it all comes together. It's definitely not something that I intended on when I first started this business. It is something that has kind of naturally grown into what it is today. And, I get to have the honor to work alongside people like yourself, watching you, join the team and really lean into all the systems and the training and watching your professional skills just go through the roof. We touch on leads. One of the things that we see quite often on the team as well, and I don't know if you ever saw this when you were in other sales roles, where people are just handing clients off to each other. Like, hey, I'm too busy to take on this one here. Or, hey, I have a showing a request for Okotoks. It's yours if you want it. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that as, coming from outside the industry into this team and seeing in a kind of, it's a competitive environment, but it's not competitive when we're handing out leads amongst each other.
Yeah, I definitely seen that kind of competition or, oh, this is my lead only. I'm not going to be giving it out. Definitely in car sales. Whoever walks through the door, you better be right at the door ready to greet them. And there could be 5 guys all lined up, all fighting over that one person who's coming in for maybe the day. So I definitely seen that aspect of that. And it can be really difficult when you're in that type of environment where you're really fighting for whatever scraps that you can get. And that's something that I've never seen on this team. I've done it multiple times where I'm fully booked. People want to come in and they want a consultation. They want me to evaluate their property, whatever it is. And I've reached out to multiple agents and I said, hey, I'm a little too busy today. Are you available to help out this lead? It's all yours. And I've passed off leads to part of the team as well. And I've also gotten leads from other people on the team as well, where they say the same things. Hey, I double booked myself. Unfortunately, I can't make it at this time. We're putting in an offer. I need to help out this family. Can you help out with the other appointment that I've set? It's all yours. So I've seen that part of this team as well. And it's nice because you're going to give and then you're also going to get back as well.
And it's like we operate from a place of abundance.
Yeah.
And you get to live and experience and participate in that. And I think that also helps out as well because you never have to worry where's the next opportunity going to come from. So I saw some stats recently that 55% of realtors in Calgary have done 2 deals or less this year. So clearly they're operating from a place of scarcity.
Yeah.
If you are one of those agents listening to this chat with Evan here, and perhaps Evan, what would you say to them? What would you say to them if they want to grow their business? And if they are perhaps a little worried about, hey, where's the next opportunity going to come from? What's the cost of running my own business? What are the options that they have?
Yeah, the biggest thing is, that's a scary stat that's out there. And 100% of zero is still zero. So having something and having that growth is really going to get you where you want to be in business if you want to be a real estate advisor and truly help families. That's what's going to be the biggest growth, is what I found. But yeah, I mean, there is a lot of people out there that say, well, oh, I don't want a certain percentage that's not going to be mine. There's nothing if you're not selling anything either.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things too, and I've heard some people. I was actually on a panel at a conference here in town, and people were saying like, oh, if it's your own generated business, is it the team's business when you're on the team? I'm like, no, like Evan's self-generated business, your sphere of influence, all of that, that's Evan's business.
Yeah.
Right? And then if he wants business from the team, he simply just turns on the tap and grabs a few pings here and there, a few leads, and really then just shuts it off again. So it's like, I believe that leads is oxygen to sales. And that was one of the reasons why I started investing into websites when I first got into the business, you know, and I've seen that really kind of compound year after year. My obsession was generating leads because I didn't want to be one of the people that would fail in that classroom. And it's just been my obsession. And I still obsess to this day about generating leads. And I feel essentially the responsibility to ensure that yourself and 85 other agents on the team have enough opportunities so that you guys can provide for yourselves, your families, and create and build a life that you guys want to live.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if a brand new agent is watching this right now, what is something that you would say to them? What kind of advice would you give them?
I would say if you're a brand new agent and you're thinking of joining the business, is all it starts is a conversation. See if it's the right fit for you, and if it's something that you're looking to excel in your business, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to earn. And that's what I would say to a brand new agent. And meet some of the team members. Reach out to myself. You could reach me either through call. Of course, I like calls the best, but if you want to reach out through social media or whatever it is, you could reach out to me at any time, and I have no problem sharing my experience, sharing what I think would really help as a newer agent. And I'm always here at the office as well. I always have newer agents picking my brain and saying, hey, what should I do? What should I do next? Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, and you know, like maybe another question that just came to mind now as well, like when you joined a team and you've now been on the team for in your second year, do you feel that you lost something by joining the team, or did you gain?
I definitely gained by joining a team, because if I wasn't part of this team and the mentorship that I've gotten, I think I would still be years back from where I'm at right now. So joining the team definitely helped. I also like a team culture. I've played sports, team sports. I've been captain for many teams. So having team members a part of my business and coming into the office, it keeps my sanity. So that's a really big part, having people around versus just being stuck in your living room just by yourself, trying to figure out how to do everything by yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? I've heard this many times from solo agents saying that it's a pretty lonely business to be in.
Yep.
And, obviously been part of the team for many years myself. I always see that the benefit of the collaboration and the camaraderie within the business as well. And, if you are a solo agent out there or agent that is struggling, it's idle time is the devil's playground. But if you also put yourself in an environment where there are people that can perhaps, like if you have a down day, you can be pulled up by one of your peers, or you can also have people around you that will inspire you to see what is possible. And all you really have to do is just mirror their behavior. We had an agent on a team that has done 15 deals already this month. And 5 of them collapsed because one was a pretty delicate domino effect. But, that's still 10, and we're 2/3 through the month already, right? Yeah. And, you get to be in that environment where you see people that are doing, a lot of business in a short amount of time. We had one that did 7 in about 10 days. The average agent in Calgary does 5 deals a year. And, again, it's it's an opportunity. And like Evan said, if you want to connect with him and get some perspective from him of what it's like to be on the team, and perhaps you want to explore whether or not a team is right for you, like Evan said, you can reach out to us. You can go to join.justinhavre.com or reach out to Evan, and we can sit down with you and really explore where your business is at right now, what are the pain points in your business, and what could be the solution to help you grow your business so that you can live the life that you perhaps dreamt of when you got into this business. Because I get to witness this each and every day with all the people that I get to partner with and how they change their lives by using real estate and the team as that vehicle. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of these it's not a fireplace, fire chat conversations. We need a fireplace in here.